John Hosteland, head golf professional at Kemper Lakes Golf Club. I'm here today with Dr. Goerschler from the Inertia Health Center. Dr. Goerschler and I have partnered over the last year and a half with some lessons. We've done some case studies with some students, teaching and chiropractic, TPI, a lot of things working together there to help these people get better. We did some range days at the golf course last year, and Dr. Goerschler is here with us today. We're going to film a series of lessons, videos, to help you with your golf game.
John, thanks for having me out today. I'm excited to get this series of videos going with you today.
Great. Dr. Goerschler, one of the things I wanted to talk about was in our collaborations, I've noticed that we've run across a lot of people that have trouble with their front hip. What's going on there?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked, John. The front hip is actually the one anatomical area that I find most problematic with the golfers. I'd say with the golfers I have in practice, half of them have a primary front hip issue. And the front hip is crucial to absorb the force of the downswing and the follow-through in the golf swing. And if you don't have good front hip flexibility and good front hip strength, then you can have all sorts of compensations that arise from it. So we're here with Tim, and Tim's going to demonstrate for us today a home test that you can do yourself to check your hip mobility to see if it's up to the task of swinging the golf club. So Tim, I'm going to have you put your hands right on your waist. You're going to put your weight on that left side, the front side, and you're going to rotate around your front hip. Almost imagine like your leg is a post in the ground. It's not moving at all. That's good. So Tim's pretty good here. We want 60 degrees or more. A lot of people are restricted in this hip, and this is a big area that we can work on. Some faults that we see are people will slide back instead of taking pure rotation, or they'll slide forward instead of taking pure rotation. All right, so if Tim just failed our home test, what can he do? Well, there's one really good stretch for the hip that I think everyone can do very easily at home. So Tim, I'm going to have you lay on the ground on your back here, and we're going to do what's called a figure 4 stretch. So we're going to take that front hip, and we're going to keep the opposite leg down first here, and we're going to take the front hip and drape it over this leg. This ankle's on top of this knee here, okay? And Tim at this point is going to bring this knee up towards his chest as far as he can to tolerance, and he can actually take his hand and push this leg down, and this is really getting his front hip, his left leg, really well here. So here's one more angle of that figure 4 stretch that we can show you here. So I'm going to have Tim drape his leg here. He's going to bring his off leg up as far as he can to tolerance, and he's going to take this hand and he's going to push this down away from his body. He's going to get a really good stretch there in that left hip here.
Okay, Dr. Goerschler, so in summary, we've got a test and a stretch. Is that correct?
We do. We have a test. We have the hip rotation test to check at home to see if your hip is healthy enough for the golf swing, and if you fail that test, you can go ahead and start working on that figure 4 stretch immediately. That's going to help you out a lot.
Great.